This video will show you how to search a 19th century U.S. newspapers database. 19th century U.S. newspapers has access to 500 newspaper titles from the 19th century, featuring full-text content and images from a range of urban and rural regions throughout the U.S. The collection encompasses the entire 19th century with an emphasis on such topics as the American Civil War, African American culture and history, Western migration, and antebellum era life, among other subjects. You can get to the 19th century U.S. newspapers database by going to the UHV Library's homepage, which is located at library.uhv.edu, clicking on the databases icon, sorting to N, and then clicking on 19th century U.S. newspapers. If you are off campus, you will be required to log in with your Blackboard or Pirate Portal credentials at this point. Once in the database, you can do a search. For this example, we will do a search for abolition. Right now, we are searching the entire 19th century U.S. newspapers database, so you can see that it produced a lot of results. Too many to look through. In order to find more relevant results, you can use the limiting features on the right side of the page to sift through these results. One particularly useful one is by publication date. Let's say we're interested in what people were saying about abolition during the Civil War. We can limit the date so that we are only seeing articles between 1861 and 1865. And then we can click apply. You can see our results went from around 120,000 to about 10,000. That's still a lot, but now we have a shorter time period to look through. There are other limiting options as well, such as author, publication title, and document type. Here we could select that we only want to see articles about abolition. Another thing you can do to find more relevant results is think about your keywords. What other words could you add to your search to find results that are more specific to your topic? Let's look at the result list in more detail. First, you'll see a small image of the newspaper scan and the specific article highlighted in blue. You'll see the title of the article, the publication, the date, volume and issue number, as well as the type of document. When you click on the article, it will take you to the scanned image of the newspaper page. Remember that you can navigate through the page in order to find the content you need. You can also use these features that can help you zoom in and zoom out on the scanned page. Another thing you can do if you're having trouble is to search for the term within the article. So let's say we want to find where it says abolition. We can do a search. And then when we scroll down, you can see abolition is highlighted. There are multiple ways to save a newspaper article. You can print the article, download the article, or send it to your Google Drive, OneDrive, or email. If you want to save the link to the article, make sure you click on this Get Link button instead of using this URL from the top of the page. The Get Link icon will provide you a URL that will always bring you back to this specific article. There are two ways to get citation information for the article. You can click on View Full Citation to see all of the relevant information about the article needed for a citation. You can also click on the Cite button. With this option, you will be able to choose between an MLA, APA, and Chicago citation. But before you use these citations in your research, make sure you double check for any mistakes, like capitalization errors, date errors, and name errors. If you have any questions about using the 19th century U.S. newspaper database, please contact the library for help.